De l'été luxuriant à l'hiver immaculé, le Canada révèle sa nature grandiose.
By glorious summers bright, by winter's stainless snow, Canada's greatness shall arise.
In our worldview, no animal is more important than another one. They're all equal.
Une magnifique terre couverte de sapins et de cyprès. Il y a de beaux pâturages et de formidables montagnes de rochers.
The acquisition of Canada this year, as far as the neighborhood of Quebec, will be a mere matter of margin.
Push on, brave York volunteers!
All the tribes of the North are dancing the war dance. De puissants guerriers d'outre-mer nous enverront des armes.
Criez et courez dans les bois. Sonnez le clairon pour annoncer des renforts. Tirez à volonté. Nous vaincrons.
The end of the War of 1812 marked the beginning of an enduring peace between Canada and the United States.
Avec la fin de cette guerre, s'amorce une paix durable entre les deux pays.
Building the Rideau Canal set a course for Ottawa's future as Canada's capital.
The fierce contests in this chamber are all compensated by the great scheme of reform, which is now in your hands.
Le temps est venu pour nous de former une grande nation.
Great nation, great in thought, great in action, great in hope, and great in position.
I see one great nationality, bound like the shield of Achilles by the blue rim of ocean. I see the peaks of the western mountains. And the crests of the eastern waves.
Thomas Darcy McGee.
The young nation sets out to build the world's longest railroad.
Le chemin de fer a construit ce pays et changé la vie de chacun de ses habitants.
Sir John A. Macdonald.
Late events have shown us that we are made one people by that road. That iron link has bound us together.
Sir Wilfrid Laurier.
The 20th century will belong to Canada.
When I got to Montreal, I got on the train. I had a ticket as far as Vancouver. I thought, well, Canada, here I come. I love you. It was an incredible experience, and I loved every minute of it.
C'est par la construction du chemin de fer que se sont bâties nos communautés.
Community.
Une communauté serrée, beaucoup de gens qui se connaissent.
C'est ce sentiment d'appartenance. Anywhere you go, you will either find something that you can relate to across from city to city.
It's the people.
Des gens.
Les gens.
The people in Canada come together to make one
large community.
My grandfather somehow managed to come penniless to Canada, and he followed the developing railway west, selling dry goods from a tent that he erected beside the tracks, and he made his way to the end of the tracks on a wilderness journey, a Canadian wilderness journey. He was a pioneer.
My grandfather came to work in this country when he was 15 years old. He didn't know the language, didn't know the customs.
Tous les immigrants qui sont venus dans ce pays, qui ont utilisé énormément leurs mains, leurs bras, leur famille.
Brigadier General Alex Ross, Vimy Ridge, 1917.
From dugouts, shell holes, and trenches, men advanced to the ridge. It was Canada, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, on parade. In those few minutes, I witnessed the birth of a nation. Et là, j'ai senti la naissance d'une nation.
Major John McCrae, Ypres, 1915.
In Flanders fields, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. Nous sommes les morts, nous, qui songions la veille encore à nos parents, à nos amis. C'est nous qui reposons ici, au champ d'honneur. Versailles, 1919.
For the first time, Canada sits as an equal among the nations.
The Right Honourable Sir Robert Gordon.
Today, Canada is the mistress of her own destiny. She commands both the Atlantic and the Pacific. She holds the highway of the world.
Our success depends on our unity. All together, we will drive forward, confident that the Canadian people will reclaim their lands from trouble and sorrow and bring back happiness and security.
But in Europe and the Pacific, fascism brings the return of war.
The Right Honourable Mackenzie King.
Mr. Speaker, thanks to the skill and devotion of our men and women, Canada is a granary, an arsenal, an aerodrome, and a shipyard of freedom.
After 6 years of endurance, hardship, and sacrifice, Canada has built the third largest navy in the world and the fourth largest air force.
Le Canada a bâti la 3e marine et la 4e force aérienne.
La guerre est terminée, mais le monde n'a pas encore trouvé la paix.
The Right Honourable Louis Saint-Laurent.
The Cold War is a conflict between totalitarianism and liberty.
Honorable John Diefenbaker.
Freedom is not static, Mr. Speaker. It grows when the people of a country have it in their hearts and demand that it shall be preserved.
Itself to being a caring home for its own, a sanctuary for others, and an example to the world.
I believe I'm privileged because I'm free to paint what I want.
Pour moi, l'art, c'est vraiment l'expression de la liberté.
There are chapters in every life which are seldom read, and certainly not allowed.
I would walk to the end of the street and over the prairie with the clickety grasshoppers bunging in arcs ahead of me, and I could hear the hum and twang of wind in the great prairie harp of telephone wires.
J'avais déjà mis en marche bonheur d'occasion. Né au fond, sans que je le sache, ce soir où j'avais rêvé sans but, au bord du vieux canal La Chine.
Les hivers de mon enfance étaient des saisons longues. Nous vivions en 3 lieux. L'école, l'église et la patinoire. Mais la vraie vie était sur la patinoire.
Je voudrais danser, oh la bastringue et puis la
is the CBC television network.
The global village has become a global theater, with everybody on the planet simultaneously participant as actor. Here's my castle.
Wherever you are, Canada invites you to Expo 67. Bonjour.
Les belles histoires des pays d'en haut.
And television is getting better. Canadian actors and actresses, I think, are coming into their own.
On est un peuple créatif, on est un peuple qui s'est démarqué au niveau de la créativité.
Filmmaking, love it. Love it. Love the theater, love live music.
Thank you, and good night.
Merci, bonsoir.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is hockey night in Canada.
There's nothing better than a game of shinny hockey with the boys just after school. Half an hour to clean the ice, all the sticks in the middle.
Mon père qui attachait mes patins, c'était les anciens de mon frère. Le hockey se transmet de génération en génération. Notre sport, c'est le hockey.
Hockey is our game.
At the Olympic, Crosby on the ice with the Ginla. Crosby scores! Sidney Crosby, the golden goal for Canada. That's 1 time! Olympic gold! C'est la vue!
The run to City Hall down University Avenue took Terry by hundreds of people. It was an emotional moment for many of them as they watched Terry run by.
The Terry Fox benefit and run was always something very, very magical and touching.
All I can say is that if there's any way I can get out there again and finish it, I will.
La détermination de Terry Fox est encore une source d'inspiration incroyable.
Said they're talking.
Parler,
and talking, and talking.
We as individuals can be part of that discussion if we choose to take that step.
C'est important de faire valoir ton point de vue.
When a member of parliament gets a letter from anyone, they assume that 100 other people think like you.
To encourage the Parliament of Canada in the streets of Canada.
Le Parlement, c'est là pour nous représenter.
Je suis le Canada.
A sense that we're all Canadian, that we all belong together.
Working together. Together.
Togetherness.
La rue, les gens, nos opinions. Follow and lead, yeah, together we don't stop. People ready for discussion, on est tous Canadiens, on are the same.
This is our land.
We live in a country that's got so many environmental benefits.
I love the springtime, getting out, tapping trees in our bush. I love the fall time. When the geese fly, it's time to harvest the crops.
Soya, corn, we produce just about anything here in Canada. We can do it.
La terre, c'est ma vie.
And the land is an asset that needs to be preserved and looked after and cared for.
We realize that it provides our livelihood and is going to provide the livelihood of our future generations.
It's beautiful. I couldn't wish to live anywhere else.
Quand on avait les plaines, quand on avait les grosses montagnes avec la neige en haut.
Those huge river systems that connect the country.
These are the veins of Mother Earth. Just take your veins and running in your arms and all through your body.
I think we've got to let the beauty of the land speak to us, because it does speak.
Le respect de la nature, le respect de soi-même, le respect des différences.
I love the diversity.
People from everywhere.
From Asia, Chinese, Indian, the Middle East.
Très tolérant vers les autres.
Respecting everybody.
Generosity.
Sincérité.
Moi, mes enfants vont dans une école où il y a 70 pays représentés dans une école primaire.
The beauty of Canadian identity is that it's not tied to ethnicity.
So it's not like to be Canadian means one thing. I think it means a lot of things for a lot of different people.
La famille. La famille.
On est comme une grande famille.
It's in the little things I find, like walking on the street, and that you smile at someone and someone does actually smile back at you.
Libre, la démocratie, le service de santé, l'éducation, l'accès à l'éducation que tout le monde.
You know, because we're a country, it's a process. You know, it's not a status quo like Canada's this.
Quelle partie du corps serait le Canada?
I think Canada would be the legs.
Ben, j'aimerais autant être à la tête.
The brain is the most important.
I would hope that Canada could be the eyes.
Canada had to represent one body part in the whole entire world.
Canada would be the heart.
Canada's the heart.
The heart.
Canada is my heart.
With one heart, one love, one determination to try to make peace in the world, no matter what.
Peu importe quel est le but, c'est de bien travailler ensemble pour avoir un objectif commun, mais c'est surtout le comment.
I love Canada. Please find.